and talk about the turmoil in Karnataka amid the confusion and the chaos over UPI and GST notices. Now, Karnataka Chief Minister has called for a meeting at his residence at around 3 p.m. And this is coming at a time after small shopkeepers to hotel owners to PG operators and even auto drivers all had protested while saying no to UPI payments. And all of this outrage was witnessed all over Karnataka's commercial tax department, which decided to issue demand notices to traders, small traders and small businessmen over what they called as evasion of GST despite having an annual turnover of more than 40 lakh via UPI payments. Now, this has made small traders and shopkeepers wary of accepting digital payments, with even some removing the UPI QR code stickers from the establishments in Bengaluru and in Mysuru, asking only for cash. Now, as per reports, when it comes to the Karnataka Commercial Tax Department, has started issuing to traders who have evaded GST despite earning over 40 lakhs annually through the UPI payments. What is now being said that nearly 14,000 cases have been identified and thousands of notices have already been sent across. Imran is joining us live right now. Imran, good morning. There has been a lot of anxiety that has been building, especially when it comes to the small and the unregistered traders over the tax notices that were linked to the UPI government payments there. What is the Karnataka government doing in this regard?
Well, the government is blaming the centre, saying that in fact it is the centre which had been forcing the states to implement the GST notices, and hence the commercial tax department has issued those notices. It's not us to be blamed, it was the centre who is responsible for it. They are putting pressure on states to issue these notices. Over this, now Salt Traders Association have called for a black band protest today and tomorrow, and 25th there is a major protest been called, sit-in protest is called at the Freedom Park in Bengaluru against the GST notices. They're saying that the GST notices are demanding exorbitant money from the Small Traders Association, some even getting to the tune of bill of 29 lakhs. Hence they stopped the UPI payments and asked people to trade in cash rather than the UPI, and they're saying that it is a draconian the GST notice being issued against them, and they've called for a protest from today, but 25th they've called. There will be a major sit-in protest in Bengaluru. Over this now, the Chief Minister has called for a meeting with all the stakeholders at 3 p.m. at his official residence.
All right. The Chief Minister, they're calling for this meeting as well when it comes to seeking clarification on the goods and services tax norms and easing fears that have led to a noticeable drop when it comes to digital transactions across the state. Let's put that out exactly when it comes to why the Karnataka vendors are rejecting the UPI. The reasons that have now been given out as multifold. One of the reasons that state that GST tax notices to thousands of small vendors and small-time businessmen, and these notices that has now been issued by the Karnataka Commercial Tax Department when it comes to the vendors with UPI receipts that go over 40 lakh turnover. Now, the reason that has now been cited that nearly 14,000 of these traders with unregistered business are now said to be under scanner, and another reason that is being given that the vendors now fear tax notices and potential harassment, and thereafter they have even removed the QR code, the stickers as well, and have been asking when it comes to the customers to pay them in cash, because there has been a lot of anxiety that has now been spreading amongst the small and unregistered traders over the tax notices linked to UPI payments. And is it, as far as when it comes to an awareness initiative, Imran, coming back to you for a quick question, has there been any step that has now been taken up by the government itself to clarify when it comes to the GST norms and to ease fears of these traders?
Well, the government is saying that clearly that it is the job. It is the central government is forcing the state governments to issue these notices, and in fact the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar both have responded to this, saying that they have nothing to do with it. They have just been forced to implement the order, and based on which the commercial department has issued these notices. However, the state government said that they will speak to all the traders association who have been protesting. He understands their concerns, but his hands are tied because the central government, which GST comes under them, it's not a state subject. Despite that, he said that he will speak to the commercial and tax department officials, and also he's also called for a meeting with the Traders Association today at 3 p.m.
All right. But Imran, when we speak of multiple of these traders as well, because they have said to have stopped accepting QR code-based payments and have reverted only to cash-only transactions, has that impacted when it comes to broader digital payment ecosystem?
Well, yes, this is the Traders Association for the past 1 week have stopped taking, digital payments. They're asking for people to pay cash because they have to pay a higher number of GST. And there's also, they feel that there's a lot of confusion about GST, even though the GST has come into force for 2 years now, more than 2 years now. But this Traders Association, that there are several forms you have to fill up, and also they're getting notices to which is way beyond their means. Some even getting the up to 25-30 lakh rupees. And these are small-time traders like fruit vendors, sellers, tea shop owners, bakery owners. And these people are saying that the bills are really, really high, and they're unable to fathom what exactly is going on. And answer, they said that until it's clarified, it's cleared by the department, they have stopped taking UPI payments. They're asking customers to pay cash rather than the UPI.
All right, we're already looking at, as far as questions on part of the opposition BJP that has been raised over this issue as to why such kind of a concern is only being raised in one particular state of Karnataka, and these notices that have been issued only to small-time traders based on directives given by the Chief Minister during a meeting of Finance Department officers. This is a claim made by the BJP, saying that it was not done in any other state, and the state government rather must admit that its treasury is now empty. Those are the questions that are now being raised on part of the BJP this time. But as far as when it comes to the Chief Minister is concerned, Siddaramaiah has now called for a meeting amid the turmoil in Karnataka over UPI and GST payments.
Many street vendors in Bengaluru have now received GST notices here, asking them to be regulated under the in fact, act there that regulates these vendors for the GST. Now, if we're talking about this, many of the vendors are of the opinion that it's unfair to ask them to, of course, pay these GST, pay the tax over here in concern, given that they have very small businesses.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಮಗೂ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಆ ತರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಈ ತರ ಹಣ್ಣು ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಹಣ್ಣು ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಹಣ್ಣು, ತರಕಾರಿ, ಹೂವು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೂ GST ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಈ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮ್ದು ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ.
Essentially, what he said is that, of course, it would become extremely difficult for these street vendors if they are now being asked to pay taxes over here after GST notices are being issued to them. While in this particular case here, the vendor has gone and clarified with the tax office there about the notice, stating that his business shouldn't fall under the ambit of the GST. There are many other vendors across the city who've now raised this valid concern, and it remains to really be seen at this point as to how the Karnataka government resolves this issue.